Hi everyone, it is Dr. Jeanette with DeWitt Physical Therapy and Wellness, and today we are going to talk about going beyond core stabilization, going beyond the basics. I'm a physical therapist, I'm an athletic trainer, and I'm also a fitness coach. And last week we talked about the basic foundational exercises to train your core muscles. Today we're going to go more into the advanced exercises. There are 4 key exercises that you can do to train your core. 2 of them are going to focus on your lower abdominal muscles, that transverse abdominis muscle I talked about last week. The other 2 exercises are going to focus on the external and the internal obliques, as well as the last exercise, or the 4th exercise, we'll talk about your rectus abdominis, which is in the classic sit-up. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first exercise. And with all of the core exercises, you still want to have that navel to spine and that pelvic floor contracted to support your back. The first exercise is the prone plank. You're going to come up on your toes and on your elbows, and you can hold this for any duration. The goal would be 30 seconds or 1 minute. So again, during that time, you want to make sure that you have that navel to spine and the pelvic floor muscles contracted as you do the prone plank. The other thing you want to do is you don't want your butt sticking up in the air, and you don't want your back arched. You want to be parallel to the floor. And you would hold that 30 seconds to 1 minute. Elite athletes often will hold that up to 3 minutes. The next exercise, we're going to grab a ball, and we're going to put our heels on the ball. To make this easier, your feet can be wider than shoulder width apart. To make this harder, you can put your feet together. A good starting point is shoulder width apart. What you don't want to do is have your feet and your lower legs resting on the ball. It should be all heels. If you need to have a little bit more stability, then you can put those lower legs down, but the goal is to have less legs, just heels. You contract that navel to spine and the pelvic floor. You lift up, put your arms across the chest, and you try and maintain that for 20 to 30 seconds. This is working your gluteal muscles too, or your buttock muscles. But the key is not to let your body sink and not to just arch up either. It's a great core stability exercise. It's actually a very difficult, more advanced exercise. Not everybody can do that on the first try. So then we have the modifications of bringing the feet wider apart and putting the lower legs on the ball. Ideally, you want to have your feet close together with just the heels on the ball. So now we move into these oblique muscles on the side. And you want to work both sides. So we start with one side, feet are together, hand is down on your leg, and you come up. Again, we're holding 30 seconds up to a minute. You don't want to be dipping, you don't want to be sticking up or rotating forward. Nice and parallel. You can make it even harder by bringing your arm up, or you can keep it more basic with your arm down. You would switch and do that exercise on the other side. Same thing. Don't let your bottom sink down, that you're going to hurt your back doing that. You want to stay nice and straight. Make it more difficult, you bring the arm up. That's going to work these side muscles and give you more support through your core. Now the fourth exercise is for your rectus abdominis. That's what people think of when they think of their 6-pack or their 8-pack exercise. I'm going to actually lift the video up a little bit. And I recommend doing this on a ball, because then you can use the ball to contour your low back and support your back as well as your head. The rule with this is that, again, you want to contract the navel to spine and your pelvic floor. You also want to bring your chin up, or chin to chest. That protects your neck muscles and protects your back from straining your spine. So the way it looks is this. I won't talk through it. I'll just demonstrate a few repetitions first, and then I'll explain after I do it. You roll yourself down. Okay, navel to spine. So the way that works is you do navel to spine, pull the pelvic floor up. Then you noticed I brought my chin to chest. I'm exhaling as I come up. I'm inhaling as I relax back. So the process would be inhale, exhale, navel to spine, roll up, inhale, relax back. That's how I would cue someone in my office. So now you have 4 basic key core exercises that you can go beyond the basic starting exercises of navel to spine and pelvic floor contractions. These are more advanced exercises. There's multiple steps in between before somebody can actually do 4 of these exercises. So you want to make sure that you're checking with your physical therapist if you live out of state, or you can come and check with me so that you know that you're doing the other core exercises correctly. Now, the other thing I want to say about core exercises is the order of the exercise is very important, because we want to train your muscles on how they should be firing or how they should be sequencing when we actually use them to do yard work, to lift, to do laundry, to play a sport, anything like that. You want your core muscles to kick in the order that they should kick in. And a lot of people do not work them correctly, and that's why they have back pain. In fact, 80% of Americans will have back pain at some point in their life. And a lot of the time, I would argue, is because they do not either activate their core muscles correctly, or they do not fire their core muscles in the right sequence. So when you do these exercises, you want to actually work transverse abdominis muscles first, then your obliques, then your rectus femoris, or your rectus abdominis, excuse me, I misspoke, the rectus abdominis. So if you're training your abdominal muscles in the course of a week with your workouts, what you want to do is, if you want to work abs every day, then you want to work your abdominal muscles differently every day. If you want to work out 3 times a week, then you can work all your abdominals on the same day 3 times a week. The way it would look is this way. Say you work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then you would do your 4 exercises in the order I demonstrated: the prone plank, the supine plank with the feet on the ball, the side plank, and then the ball crunch sit-up. In that order, 3 times a week. You can do 10 reps each. If you want to work out your abdominals every day, when you work out chest muscles and back muscles and biceps and triceps, you don't work those every day when you go to the weight room. If you do the weight room every day, you work maybe chest a day, then you work biceps and back a day, and then maybe you work triceps another day. So if that's how you work out and you like to be a gym rat, which I'm guilty of that myself, then you want to work different muscles each day. So let's take a look at how that would look like. So if you work out in the gym 6 days a week, then Monday you would work out your lower abdominal muscles. So you would work your prone plank and your supine plank with the ball or your feet on the ball. On Tuesday, you would work your side planks. On Wednesday, you would work your ball crunch sit-up. Then on Thursday, you would cycle back and do your prone plank and your supine plank with feet on the ball again. And then Friday, you would do your side plank, and Saturday, you would do your ball crunch sit-up. That's how you can work your abdominals, but also work them by training the correct sequence so that you're training your brain to fire your abdominal and core muscles correctly when you need to use them for different things around the house or your sport. I hope that this really helps. A lot of people don't know how to train their abdominals correctly. And if you have questions on how to be more efficient, if you want other exercises to span off of these, if you don't find that you're ready to do these 4 plank exercises, or excuse me, 3 plank exercises and the ball crunch sit-up, then please don't hesitate to contact me at 262-842-2220, or just contact me directly by email at Jeanette@DeWittPTWellness.com. If you live out of state and you want to connect with me, I am also a certified personal trainer. I can cross state lines and treat people through video conferencing. So I'm happy to have a conversation with you as well. We just have to, coordinate times and video conference, and we can work that out too. So I'm very open to answering questions. I don't want anybody to hurt their back with this. If you have pain with any exercise, please discontinue the exercise and either consult your local physical therapist, either contact me, or contact a physician if you continue to have pain. Hope this is very helpful, and I look forward to having more conversations with you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.